everybody back to another episode of the Student to Life podcast where learning and unlearning has no limits. I'm your host, Stretch. My co-host, Shan, is not here, but I got some special guests with me today. I'm going to have all of them introduce themselves, starting my man over here.
Kawaan Baker.
Trequan Smith.
Marquez, Callaway.
And all these guys are football players. So what position do you play, my boy?
Play wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints.
I also play wide receiver for the Saints.
I play for the Broncos.
So,
What position?
Oh, wide receiver for the Broncos.
so all you guys are now professionals, right? So did you guys always want to be football players? Starting with you?
I grew up playing football. That was, you know what I'm saying, that was a motive of mine. But honestly, I wanted to play I wanted to be in the MLB. That was my thing. I was a baseball player. You know what I'm saying? Did football on the side. You know what I'm saying? So
So what made you make up your mind, like, this is what I'm gonna do?
college.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty much easier to get a football scholarship than a baseball scholarship. So we was like, yo, we gonna get a football scholarship and we just gonna play both sports.
Right.
And then when I got to college, they was like, yeah, you know, we got full all year round football.
Right.
So I ain't had no time to play baseball, which was my first love. So
You would really ever go back to baseball?
if I could, I would. I mean, I'll practice it. I ain't gonna try to go to the MLB. I lost it.
Right.
They lost me like 4 years ago.
What about you, Trey? Was football your first choice?
Definitely was my first choice. But I didn't play, like growing up, I didn't play any organized football, like for the Delray Rocks or anything. Like I missed that whole part of football. But I always knew that I definitely, wanted to be in the NFL. I plan to stay in the NFL probably like 4 more years, but my end goal is not sports. My end goal is to become a high school teacher and a coach. So
if you didn't play football, you would be a coach and a teacher?
yeah, definitely, man. I love kids, and then basically growing up, the coaches I had at Village Academy, they the way they molded me, from a young man to a man going into college. I want to have that basically same effect on kids, so that's why I'm doing that.
I don't have the patience to be a teacher, but I commend you for that.
No, it's tough. It's tough, dealing with kids all day, but
Trust me, I know that.
I like kids. So, yeah.
Hey, it's your passion, man. Go after it. What about you, bro? You always want to play football?
Kind of like Kwan's answer. My first love was basketball.
Basketball?
KB, sorry. My first love was basketball, so I tried to quit football, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
In college?
High school, sophomore year. And a couple of coaches, a couple of guys talked me out of it. Mom, dad told me, just keep going, keep my options open. And then, like, KB, I got to college, they told me I could do both, which
Right.
I kind of knew in the back of my head they wouldn't let me do both,
Right.
especially basketball. So I had to short-live that dream, but ended up taking the football route.
What if there was an option to go back and play basketball? What would you
Oh,
do?
for sure.
I would
For sure.
play baseball for sure.
This is on me. For sure.
I thought that was a general question.
You have to check.
This episode of the Student to Life podcast is sponsored by Vintage Florists and Events. For the Valentine's Day flowers, for your Mother's Day flowers, for your Christmas, your anniversary, whatever you need these flowers for, these teddy bears, whatever arrangements, you could hit up Vintage Florists and Events.
Yes.
The number to call to make orders, place orders, or for more info is 754-423-4673. So I play basketball, right? And for basketball players, the workouts are not that aggressive. But I know for football players, y'all work out heavy and a lot. So what's the difference with working out in the on season and in the off season?
During the on season, we got games every Sunday, Monday, or whatever, Thursdays. But so it's more so keeping your body recovered and just, keeping it intact. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lose any strength, but you're not necessarily building strength either. You know what I'm saying? You just maintain it for the season, trying not to get hurt, it's more preventative workouts. And then in the off season, you going at it. Yeah, you know,
So
you put in strength.
we're here with basketball players. Like after a game, they're just go out and party. Like you guys have time for that? No, it's no secret for them because they say it. Like when they come to Miami, they party.
After the win, oh yeah, we partying. You know what I'm saying? We have a good time after a game. A good game.
But that's a bad game. You just go back to the hotel.
Bad game. I'm going home.
It depends though.
Right.
Cause I know we all know like basketball players and like they don't have curfew on game day.
Yeah.
Like we have curfew, we got bed check. They have no curfew or anything. And then even like for us, football players, home games, we gotta stay at the hotel even though we in our own city.
Right.
Basketball players, they get to go home.
Yeah.
Like, they
go into their family.
They do.
So what about you? For in the off season and on season, we're working out.
I say kind of like what he said. On season is really just maintaining and trying to keep your body. I mean, everybody's gonna break down.
Right.
The key is to try to prevent that and last as long as we can. So we do a lot of recovery work. We do a lot of basically maintenance on our body. It's not necessarily lifting hard and going at it like we would in the off season. Now in the off season, like that's the time where we perfect our craft. That's the time where we get in the gym. That's the time we get in the lab and work on everything that we either lost or need to work on.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with you now. What about eating, right? Because we know when you're working out, you gotta stay on a certain diet, right? And I know a lot of guys, especially when you're young and you go into like sports, a lot of guys be eating trash.
Right.
I used to do the same thing before I stopped doing that. But what's your diet like?
We was talking about this earlier, actually. Diet is more than half, honestly, because if you put bad stuff in, you're going to put bad stuff out.
Right.
So the more better stuff you put in your body, the better you're going to be. You're going to feel better. You're going to play better. You're going to act better. You're going to have healthier skin. I know. So
Proactive.
But no, diet is definitely more than half.
Right.
Because you can do all the physical, you can do everything else, but if you put bad stuff in, it's like you're starting up back at square one.
Right. What about you, Trey?
I'm glad you said to you, because for me, I used to think diet like played like a huge role. I feel like you can really eat kind of whatever you want, but as long as you take that extra step to work it off, and like don't eat it all the time, but like honestly I eat whatever I want because I know when I get in the gym, like I'm gonna go hard, like I'm gonna burn the calories off, and then like what we do for living, we run all day. So what I'm saying, so I'm gonna run it off anyway. So that's the way I think about it. So my diet is very open and
That's whatever you want to eat.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, actually.
I eat whatever. Like Trey said, I eat whatever because I know I'm gonna work it off, and I'm gonna sleep it off. and you know, sometimes I'm like, okay, if I gotta cut down, I'll change the amount instead of what I eat. So instead of 2 Popeyes chicken sandwiches, I'll just eat 1.
Yeah, I wish I could do that playing basketball.
With an 8 count, not the 24.
Playing basketball and do that, that's not your knees will go quick if you try something like that with basketball. But so how does it affect like you guys having a family, like to try not going home, especially after every game, right? How does that affect you having a family?
Honestly, I feel like as you get used to it, like kind of like as a kid, like you play football, like you know what I mean. You got travel games, so you expect not to see your parents unless your parents travel to the game.
Right.
But I feel like the older you get, the more used to it you get. I don't have any kids, so like some of my teammates have kids, so I don't know what it's like, missing my wife or missing my kid. Right. You know what I mean? I don't know what I feel like. So I'm kind of used to, not seeing my family, for a long periods of time. So that's what I'm used to.
What about you?
Yeah, I kind of got used to not seeing them. And but I talk to them every single day. No matter what time of the day it is. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Dad. You know what I'm saying? And I do got about you know what I'm saying? We talk here and there, it's cool though. But yeah, we keep in touch other ways instead of always having to go home or they'll come down to New Orleans and come visit me and everything. So that's how we stay in touch.
How about you?
Kind of similar, we don't really see our families like that. I mean, it's been like that for me, it's been like that since college, you know. Like you said, away games and home games, they don't really can come up. You know, that's a far drive. That's a long flight for them. So, like Kawaan, talk on the phone, we text, we always talk, always keep updated, you know. So
what I know is that life can be lonely, because I know you got to take your teammates now as your family, because you travel together and everything. But do they like have like therapists for you guys, like for somebody for you to talk to?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you was
Do y'all go? Y'all go?
No, I don't.
No.
They're like,
I got them.
they're like,
I got them.
call them. Man.
That's it?
We listen to everything.
So y'all talk about the deepest, darkest secrets with your boys.
Yeah, these like we from teammates to like brothers, like the best friends. Like these my guys, man.
So y'all don't believe in therapy?
I do. I really do, but I'm not. That's a little hypocritical.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't, cause like,
So let me know why you don't.
cause like, obviously the therapist got a problem too, cause you know they took, like, you talk to them, you put your problems on them, and now they gotta go home and put, you know, on somebody else. So like, I just feel like
That's against code.
Oh,
They can't do that.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, the therapist
Who
got a
gonna
therapist.
help
though.
the therapist?
that's what I'm saying. So like, I just, you know.
Yeah, I talked to a therapist. The therapist got a therapist.
What you gonna do? Talk in the mirror? That's a problem.
Therapist got a therapist.
Yeah, the therapist got a therapist.
Then who gonna help that therapist?
Same thing. It's a change.
That's crazy. That's why. Look, I ain't even gonna do that to y'all therapist.
I agree on therapy, but like I said, I'm a little hypocritical because me personally, I don't think I could.
Yeah.
But I do think it's good to talk and get it off.
I mean, if you
get off your mind.
The good thing is a lot of people don't have nobody to talk to. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people have stuff that they've been through that they wouldn't even repeat to anybody. So when you go in therapy, you get to talk about it and unpack everything. A lot of people just see you going through like abuse and all that stuff in relationships. Like a lot of people don't know how to work through that, especially going through a simple breakup. There's people that want to kill themselves just for going through a breakup. So a lot of people just don't have nobody to talk to when it comes to stuff like that.
Hey everyone, if you are here in South Florida, please check out Skyless Hair Studio. That's SKYLYST, where we specialize in hair care, locks, colors, cuts,
You can
all
do mine
that good
too?
stuff. Yes, we definitely do men's hair as well. Okay, so we are here in Tamarack, Florida. Check us out and we'll take care of all your hair needs.
So where can they find you?
You can find us at CEO YourLife_Skyless Hair Studio on Instagram or online at skylesshairstudio.com.
Hey.
All right.
So I always wanted to ask, like a football player, basketball player, this question. A lot of times when you get into the league, you're coming from like an impoverished situation where you never had money, your family never had money. And then overnight, all of a sudden you have all this money, right? How do you maneuver having friends from like high school or your community that might look at you differently, or you gotta maybe step away from because they don't understand, you know, the life that you're about to live right now? What's up over here?
I told no.
That's it?
Easy like
Yeah, yo, you know, bro, I can't do it right now. You know, so I gotta help family. I be lying. Tell no, I be lying. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if it's you know what I'm saying, somebody close to me that really needs money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I help them.
Sometimes it's not even about asking for money. It's like sometimes it's even hanging out. You know,
Oh,
like they want you come in town, they want to go to the club or they want to go.
yeah, that's definitely hard because I just came from home and I had a lot of people. I try not to tell a lot of people I'm home just for that reason because honestly, I'm only home for 2-3 days and I can't see everybody that I grew up with. I can't see everybody I used to hang out with when I go home. So I usually try to keep it short and sweet. I go home, see all my family, see a couple friends, and then head out.
Right. How about you, Jay?
I'm the same way, like Quaz, in the aspect of like, I don't even be here long. Like, and then, like the time I do tell people I'm here, I be going like the next day. So,
Right.
But it's hard, you know what I mean? Especially, you know, when you feel like people changing, you know, based on, you know, what you got and where you at. So, and it's hard, you know, telling people, especially people you love, like, you can't do it for them right now.
Right.
Like, even though you can, but, like, it's kind of, and I seen it, like, as I'm growing older, like, and, like, wising up, like, when you, like, give somebody an inch, they take a mile, and then they just start being abusive, you know what I mean? And then
Right.
you look
They
like
know
a
you
bad
got it.
person
Right.
for not, you know, helping them out, but giving them. But, you know what I mean? Sometimes it got to be like that.
And I think a lot of times when you try to please everybody and you invite everybody in your circle, now somebody does something stupid that reflects on you. Like you're driving in the car and this person got, like, say for instance, a gun on them, and they get pulled over, you're getting in trouble too. Or just because you're a person who has a name. I remember one time I went to pick up a friend of mine after, like, we had practice, and the dude had a whole bag of Coke with him. I'm like, yo, why would you bring that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we get pulled over, all of us going down for something like that.
Yeah.
So I just think that that's something that you gotta be, even being here in America and going back to Jamaica, is like everybody's looking to you to do something for them.
Right.
Like being able to say no a lot of times is hard, but you have to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They told me to always find somebody, your mom, your agent, somebody to be that no person, be that bad guy.
Send them off to somebody,
Right.
somebody else. Or something.
Yo, that's my mama. She gonna tell you no.
So, you guys want kids?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't think this one over here wants kids.
he's next.
Me?
He's next.
I'm not sure.
Who's next? Nah, I want a lot of kids, man. I want a big family. I want to support all my family, man.
They want to be Nick Cannon.
Hey, man,
No.
golf. I'll be a great golf father. Remember that.
Got one and one only, and we're gonna have multiple.
That's it.
Yep.
So how does that work?
What you mean?
You say you want to have one.
One girl, only one girl,
Multiple
multiple
kids.
kids.
Because just one person, they want to be married one day.
Yeah,
Want to be
I
married?
definitely aspire to be married.
What about you, Chad?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with KB. Definitely want a wife one day, and I want at least like 5 kids.
Yeah.
Growing up, I had a big family, like brothers and sisters. So like, I know it's like growing up, you know, just to be around them, and you know, I don't want my kid to be by herself, you know, lonely.
I'll be a great golf father. I mean,
So you want to get?
no, I do. I'll tell it now. I'll be a great
You putting in your bid from now?
Yeah. So y'all know now. Remember this. So, but no, same with that. I do want a wife and kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many.
So you
How many wives or how many
Oh, no.
kids?
How many kids?
Okay.
Come on now.
So being in the league, don't you guys think it's easier to wait until you get out because of the schedule?
It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Some people come in the league like high school sweetheart, you know, college sweetheart, or some people come in the league, meet their wives in the league. So,
Which one are you?
this ain't about me. All right? I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
That's fun.
But I think it's different for everybody.
Right. What about you?
For me, I think it's better off said. Like, you can meet somebody while you're in the league, but due to, you know, all the traveling and everything, I feel like y'all should try to get to know each other. From my opinion, like, just try to get to know each other, and then like when you done with your career, when I'm done with my career, like, hey, I'm done. Like, hey, let's talk about, you know, moving in together. You know, ready to have kids. Like, I don't have to travel no more. I could be home. So that's
4 more years.
Hey, hanging banging.
Can you say the question again, please?
I'm trying to skip the question.
Nah, say, can you repeat it, please?
I'm saying, like, do you want to be settled down, married, and do you think it's better to do that after you get out of the league, or you can do it while you're in the league?
Like, Claire, it's different for everybody, man. I
Which one are you?
that's not what he asked. But I get married in the league. I mean, you know what I'm saying? My girl I'm talking to now, I've met her before. Before I got to the league. So, you know, I do aspire to get married while I'm in the league.
So this next question is gonna be maybe for these two guys because
Yeah,
you got somebody, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I do.
So are you guys single, by the way? Because I don't want to put y'all on the spot.
Trequan. Trey.
I'm not sure. Oh.
Nah. Nah, I'm not single. Currently, talking to someone I really like. So I'm gonna say no. I'm not single.
Right.
Taken.
So, but I'm gonna make it a general question then, right? For the next question I was about to ask. So, being in the league, is it hard to actually date somebody because you don't know what their motives are? Basically, if they want you for just what you got, or the attention that you got, or they're just a genuine person who just wants you just for you.
No, it's definitely hard. Cause like you said, you got to try to figure out why this person in your life, do they really like you, or do they, want what you have? Like, then you got to analyze, how they helping you, what they bringing to the table. Are they adding to the table, or are they taking away from the table? So it's hard because you got to try to figure somebody out what's their true intentions.
Right. For you. Not for you, but just a general answer, because I feel like y'all don't want to get caught up.
I'm not gonna get caught up in nothing. But I do agree with Trey. And we had these conversations in the locker room, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you meet your wife? Like, when did you meet her and everything? Like what made you, you know what I'm saying, want to wife her? You know what I'm saying? And it goes down to the things that Trey said. You know what I'm saying? Like, why does she marry you? Is it because of love? Is it because of money? You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we got to figure out on our own, because even though they tell you one thing, they could mean another. So it kind of boils down to that, and, your heart. Whatever your heart desires.
Your heart, huh? It's definitely difficult. Like you said, like both of them say, not knowing if someone really wants you or loves you for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you go through this little road where you're not sure, you're not all the way in. Now it feels like you're holding back, you're not putting all in. And honestly, it's just something you got to feel, because not all women are bad. You feel me? Not all of them gonna try to do you dirty. So, but that's just hard for us to distinguish and put us in a hard spot.
I personally think they should have like a training class for guys that's just getting into the league, or just getting into money for stuff like that. How to go about investing in money and where to put their money. You have that, right?
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, so
We got all types of meetings.
yeah.
All types of meetings about it.
Every year.
I think they need to give basketball players that.
Y'all don't have that?
I don't think basketball players have that.
Yeah,
Much money.
Yeah.
I heard about the football program.
See their face. They don't see our face.
Them boys go to Vegas. Them boys be going to Vegas when they got that money.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, so before we get to the last thing, I want to talk about injuries, though. How do you guys go about preventing injuries? Because I know, Trey, you've probably been in the league probably longer than these two guys are.
Yeah, correct. Honestly, throughout my time so far, I did different regiments to figure out, how to keep my body healthy as possible, like from massages, nutrition, and just being off your feet, relaxing. But it's been hard for me throughout my career so far. Like, I tried many different things, but every year, I always end up getting hurt or something like that. So I changed it next year. Still got hurt, changed it next year, still got hurt. I just feel like, it's hard to seriously prevent an injury. Like, it's gonna happen, and God's will, you know what I mean? You get hurt, you gotta take the time, come back stronger. But it's a big part about injuries. It's very mental.
That's what I was gonna ask you too.
I think it was 2 years ago. I got hurt and I tried to come back and I messed it up. I was out for 6 weeks, and I was in my head so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was just I didn't want to talk to nobody, even my family. It was just bad. But you know what I mean? You gotta, stay close with God, have a conversation with God, and you'll get through it. So
one to one, I know, for basketball players, when you're injured, it's terrible because you want to be on the court so bad. That's just, it's keeping you from what you really want to do. So it affects you so much mentally. And then sometimes you try to force yourself to go back before you're fully healed. You just damage it all over again. So what about for you guys? How you prevent injury?
Man, I was a kid, and somebody told me
Bro, what?
sleep is the best recovery. So I sleep a lot. And look, I don't want to jinx myself. I don't like to talk about injuries.
Right.
I've been straight. You know what I'm saying? I want to stay like that, but I go to sleep a lot.
Yeah. Y'all do like ice baths and yoga and stuff.
Nah, I
Like
go to sleep. Hey,
No, I'm like KB. I used to do that. Like I said, I tried like literally everything, but I just kept getting hurt. So I just chill and go to sleep, relax.
What about for you?
I do that too, but
Just go to sleep.
I do that too, but I don't know. Them ice bags should be too cold. I don't know if it's the ice. The ice.
It's supposed to be cold.
I don't know. Everybody has their different thoughts about it, you know. I met a longtime vet and said he stopped doing ice baths like his second, third year in the league. So some people think it works, some people don't think. It's really up to you. Kind of like Trey, you can't really prevent an injury. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Is it because of the contact with the sport?
It can be anything. You can be walking, you can be running on the field and roll an ankle. God forbid. You can be doing something non-athletic and just get hurt. It just happens. You can do things to prevent it, like try to prevent it. But I mean, at the end of the day,
For basketball is a bit different because you can do things to actually prevent it because, for LeBron, for instance, he spends a certain amount of money on his body every single year to do different. He spends money on a chef.
not everybody got LeBron money.
You're right about that. You're completely right about that one. But there's things that I think guys can do to keep your body like
Right.
young and in shape, especially that yoga. I do yoga now, man. That it works. I'll tell you right now.
I'm too stiff for all that, man.
That's the point of yoga.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the point.
I tried yoga like
bro.
4 different times.
It'll make you faster than me.
No, I'm already faster than you, so yeah.
Oh Lord, let's go.
That's a flex, bro. Yeah.
Nah, let's go. Ask Dr. Mac.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you, Trey, about your faith, right?
Yes.
Because when I went through your page and I went online and stuff, everything you circle everything around your faith, right? So how deeply do you believe in that?
I believe in God 100%. You know, even though I probably don't be in church a lot, but you know, my mom told me like even though you don't go to church, as long as you believe in Him and you have the conversations with Him and you pray every night, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? You don't always have to be in the house of God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's great to be in the house of God with other His kids, worshiping together, but you don't have to be there. So I'm not always there, but I'm constantly praying, constantly being thankful, for the little things. So
Okay.
my faith is very strong.
Well, for you.
Yeah, I mean, same. I'm not always in church, but me and my family, my dad sends a prayer to us every single day. You know what I'm saying? I got the Bible app, so you know what I'm saying, the Lord is always around, so I'm steady believing in the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Some go good, some go bad, indifferent in between. I'm still relying on the Lord, you know what I'm saying? I'm very deep in faith and you know what I'm saying, I worship Him every night, even though, I'm not in church every Sunday, you know what I'm saying, but I'm very deep into it.
Right.
Same, honestly, faith. Faith is everything. You see a lot of places have the 3 L's: faith, family, football,
Mhm.
and that's honestly all we do. I mean, we have friends and we have social life and stuff, but when it boils down to it, I feel like most, or if not every athlete, will say those 3. And I have friends who send me, like, we play on Sundays, so it's kind of hard for us to go to church.
Right.
The days we do have off, a lot of people, sleep,
Right.
try to recover, but there's other ways. We have chapel night before or the morning of, so it's not that we don't miss church. We always have means to go to church.
Right.
Friends send their scripture from what they learn from church.
Right.
It's just always around.
Okay, so you guys are in town for the football camp, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's Trequan Smith has his football camp every year. here in Delray Beach, and you guys just came through. So Trey, for the camp tomorrow, right? What are some of the things that you implement for the kids tomorrow?
Since we was on faith, I have somebody come in and give a little sermon, you know, on faith. And in the morning from 9 to 11, it's basically a football camp. I have different drills out there teaching them, you know, some of the fundamentals and the basics. And then after, it's like the fun day. Basically, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of games out there, game trucks, slides and stuff, bounce houses. Basically a day for them, you know, to remind them, you know, it's not all about, you know, hard work all the time. It's okay to, you know, have fun, you know, within doing stuff that's within, like, working hard, and then after, it's always time to have fun and play around. So
I'm gonna ask all three of you guys a final question. So for kids, right, what advice do you have for a child that want to go into the NFL? They see you guys, like, for instance, tomorrow, and they'll be like, oh, I want to be like Trey, I want to be like KB. What's your advice to them? To those kids, what advice would you give to them?
Man, just don't stop working, man. And like Trey said, have fun with it. If you ain't having fun, you don't love it, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make it so much harder and everything. And, you know, like we all explained, we got 3 different backgrounds. He want to play football, he want to play basketball, I want to play baseball, and we all ended up with the same thing because we just love the sport, we love competition, we love to have fun. So, you know what I'm saying, just keep your head up, and you know what I'm saying, and I know y'all gonna have somebody by your side because we all have somebody by our side, and, you know, and just keep pushing, man. That's all I had to say.
Okay, cool. Your final word for advice?
My final would probably be just focus on yourself. Like Kawaan said, everybody comes from different backgrounds. Everybody has a different story. If you start worrying about someone else's story, then you'll get derailed from yours.
Right.
Someone else's blessings might not be yours, at least not for now. So I say focus on you.
Okay. Trey?
Kind of like what both of them said. Basically, everybody has a different path, you know what I mean? Like, some people go undrafted, you know what I mean? Some people, you know, been working their whole life and everything. But, you know, you got to focus on yourself, you know, worry about you, you know what I mean? It may not be your time to shine right now, you know what I mean? It may be just so happen, like, you're not playing right now, but because you're not playing right now, you working so hard on yourself, and that next year you about to be the best player to come from wherever you come from. You know what I mean? So everybody got a different path. Just focus on yours, and don't shy away because, you know, the sun ain't shining on you right now. You know, it's just not your time. Just keep your head down and keep working. Always when you got a problem and nobody else want to listen, talk to God, because, you know, He's always there to listen.
That's facts. For me, what I would say is make sure that is your passion before you even want to pick it up. Because if you plan to do this one thing for the rest of your life, this is going to consume you, right? And you don't want to be going to college, because I played ball with guys that went to college and didn't make it to the league, and they had nothing else because they thought this was their gift when it wasn't. Because I played a lot of these guys, and I'm like, I'm better than you. I didn't go to college, but I'm better than you. Oh. You pursued this thing all the way to college, and you couldn't make it to the league. You get what I'm saying? So make sure this is what your calling is. And also, if you have a backup plan, make sure you also keep that in the bag too, because anything can happen. You get what I'm saying? It could derail you from this one goal that you have to play football or basketball or whatever. So always have a plan B. Get an education too, because that's also important, especially financial education, because you don't want these people to rob you when you get this money too. So that's my final word, and I want to thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate all the little knowledge that y'all gave me today.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
I will see you guys again next time on the Student to Life podcast, where learning and unlearning has no limits. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. See you.